Merry Christmas! What up, guys? Jason Guyman here with Pressure Wash Christmas Lights. I can't think what I'm here with today, but I'm here with Christmas lights, and I want to talk a little bit more about how you can successfully bid jobs. I'm going to do step by step of how to do quoting, whether you on a tight budget and you have $0, I'm going to show you how to quote. I'm going to show you how to mock up, and I will actually show you what you can do. I'll show you some different softwares that you can use. And so from that is what I am going to do today. So if you have any questions on any Christmas lights, don't hesitate to ask. I love having your feedback. I love having your questions, and I love answering your questions to help you grow your Christmas lights business, because this is an awesome business. It is one of my favorite businesses that I've ever had, is hanging Christmas lights, helping people grow their Christmas light business. And it has been very fun, and I love it, and you guys are awesome. And so that's what I love doing here. So with that, give me some thumbs up. I appreciate it. Let me know how you are doing today. Let me know where you are from, so that way I can give you a shout out and do some awesome stuff. So with that said, I had an amazing weekend this weekend. I actually got to meet a lot of you and hang out with you for 2 days. It was an awesome class. You all most of you didn't want to leave. I had some on Saturday night. We stuck around to almost 11:30 before we left. And then on Sunday, it was like 9 o'clock before you all wanted to leave. So it was an awesome class. It was great learning. I got awesome feedback, and I didn't get no complaints. I got a few complaints, but we will help take care of those complaints, so that way we can make our class better, so you can keep growing your business and your Christmas light business. And so that is my goal, is to help you guys, to help you grow your business, to help you get what you want, and to do that. And so, if you didn't know, I do have a Facebook group. That is, if you go to christmaslights.io/group, and there you will find the Facebook group. And the reason why I'm saying that is a lot of what I'm going to be talking about is coming out of that group. I've been getting asked a lot of questions about Christmas lights and pricing and all of that good old stuff. And so that's what I'm going to be talking on, because that is what you guys are been asking a lot about: how to quote, what to quote, and how to do it. And I'm also going to hit on the price of pricing, because some of you are struggling really hard on pricing. I'm just saying, some of you don't get how pricing works, and so I will also hit on that. But before we do, I want to just get on here. I see Nathan's on here. Love me some Christmas light. Email full of deposits. Speaking of bids, I got some weird trees to light up for Red Mile. Not sure if I should C7 it. I'll send pics on Facebook. Yes. First year, I closed 5 jobs this week, which is around $4,000, which that is awesome. That is some high-fiving right there. That is really cool to see that you are right there. From Austin, Texas, want to start a Christmas light business today? Well, get started, get doing it, and make it happen. Doing great. Started to get calls first year this year. I currently run a roofing business. My partner is inflatable business. We are using Jobber, dial everything in. When you put up signs in neighborhoods, do you just put them into stop signs so that people can see them? Yes, that's how I do it. What's the Facebook page? Again, if you go to christmaslights.com or .io/group, it will take you to that page. Yard signs work even in a competitive area. Signs. Absolutely 100%, 100%. Pricing is easy. My issue is mock-ups, taking me forever. What CRM do you use? And so I will hit on that question too before we get long here. What's up, Jason? We are already got $100,000 on the books. out in California, and that is awesome because I've heard it doesn't matter where you are. Some people say you can't make money. You can't do that in this area. And I've even heard it in your area where you're at. And I'm like, bro, you just need to quit listening to stupid people. And that's what I'm going to say. If you listen to stupid people, you're going to get stupid advice. And if you think my advice is stupid, then don't listen to me. Go somewhere else that's going to give you what you want to hear. A lot of people struggle with this because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they're worth $1,000 an hour. They think that they're ripping people off for whatever your stupidity mind might tell you. And all it is non-belief that you need to make that happen, of getting that done. Had a local police officer contact today about a sign violation. He asked for a quote. No signs in Franklin, $50 a sign for fines. Facts. And that is true. All right. So let's talk about quoting. Let's talk about how to quote. Let's talk, and I will show you some things if you're on the podcast, because I do have a podcast. I just started a Christmas Light podcast. It's at christmaslights.com or christmaslights.io/podcast. In there, I have a podcast where I put these lives on podcasts. So if you want to learn through podcast and listening, it will be there. Tonight's might be a little bit harder to do because tonight is going to be, today is going to be a little bit harder to do because of this here. So with that, let's get this show on the road because we want to get it on the road and get it done here. Why is my thing being stupid? I don't know, but we'll stay on this screen then. All right, so here we go. So one thing in quoting is believe in yourself. If you do not believe you can get $8 a foot, you are 100% correct. You will not get $8 a foot. I know there's a lot of people out there that will tell you that you cannot get this, and if you do not believe it, it is true 100%. So one thing I would tell you is first you have to believe in your product. And I know this can be really hard to believe in your product when it's your first year doing Christmas lights. Maybe it's your 10th year and you still don't believe in yourself. If you believe that I'm going to start out cheap and raise my prices later, 9 times out of 10, you will never raise your prices and you will go out of business before long. And so it is important that you listen and that you understand that you can grow a successful Christmas light business. It is not that hard. Is there a lot of people out here doing this? Yes, there is. And so what I will tell you is you got to believe in yourself and you got to make it happen. And so with that, if you can't get over that, that's going to be something that's going to be really hard for you to struggle through, and it is something. We had a class this weekend, and we had people there that didn't believe in themselves, right? There's a reason why. I know some of you don't have 5-star reviews, but if you have 5-star reviews, there is a reason why we tell you of how to price. So one of the reasons why I tell you how to price is because I understand that with this, it makes it really hard to be able to do this, right? If you can't if you think that someone's going to buy from you for $6 and they're not going to buy from you from $8, an extra $100 or $150, well, they probably aren't going to buy from you at $6 either, except they're just going to be more of a pain in the butt. And so some of it is if you don't believe in this and you don't sell the magic and you go trying to sell a bulb, you are 100% correct that you are going to struggle with this. And this is what you have to think about, right? If you want to go sell the bulb, and the reason why I show this picture here behind me is and this is one of Donovan's pictures here, is this picture, if I was selling the bulb, I would be like, every bulb is at the peak. That's a professional at the peak. I would also say that they didn't even do the dormer on this house, but this house is beautiful, right? This is probably a $3,000 house, $2,500 to $3,000. Donovan's average ticket is over $2,500. I could pick this thing apart, and when you sell bulbs, that's what I'm talking about. Who cares about your peak bulb. I don't give two rats. I want to know is this going to be your first kids Christmas, and if I can sell on that, because that's going to sell way more than every bulb is going to be at the peak, and we're going to do everything perfect. And we're not going to have this bulb here that's in right on the edge versus this one in 6 inches, and this eyebrow over here has 3 bulbs, and this eyebrow over here has 4 bulbs, and you can sit there and pinpoint crap out all day long, but that's not what makes you successful, right? Figuring out what makes you successful and what you need to do to grow your business, that's why you need to do this. And when you quit worrying about selling the bulbs and selling the magic, you will also quit worrying about, well, I would never charge that bit. You're just ripping people off. Well, do you want to be in business next year, or do you want to be a nonprofit business and make no money and go out of business? Because if you're a nonprofit business and go out of business, it doesn't do you any good. So quit getting into that mindset that I would never charge that and you're ripping people off. You know what? You're ripping people off because you're not going to be in business next year. So you're going to sell a product that you're not even going to be here next year because you can't sell it at $8 a foot, or you can't sell it at $10 a foot because I'm in Texas. Well, I promise you there's a bunch of people in Texas that make money, and there's a bunch of people that go out of business every year in Texas. And why is that? Because you go and try to sell it. You know what? If you go find people, you will find in every market there is a $200 guy that will come hang lights for $200. I promise you. And if you don't believe me, go look in a Facebook group. Just type in Christmas lights in the top of that Facebook group, and I guarantee you will find somebody that will hang lights for $200-300. I promise you. And you will probably find 10 or 20 of them. But you know what? They won't even be there to take them down next year because they will be out of business. And do you want to be out of business, or do you want to keep growing a business? So that's why we want to be the $8 to $12 a foot, so that way you are making money. You might think there's no difference between $6 and $8, but I promise you that $200 just for the 100 feet, that's extra marketing. That's, more lights. That's better pay for your employees. It just goes on and on. It just goes on and on. All right. So that is my spiel for now. Now I want to talk a little bit about how you can do markups. What are some things you can do? Can you do it for free? I'm going to give you the free model of how you can do it. I'm going to give you some paid models of how you can do it. And so that's what I want you to be able to understand. That's right. I want to make the money. I want to be in business next year. And this is something that you got to understand. Big job came in today. Here we go. Do you hang lights or just the front of the whole house? So that's a great question. And so normally all we're doing is the front facing peaks and stuff. Yes, we can do the ridges. Yes, we can do the different things, but that's what we're doing is we want to do what the customer wants to also. So let's see if we can show this here. So canva.com, right? I ain't got no money and I need to make a design that looks beautiful. And I can show you how to also, measure stuff is what I'm going to do in there. So one is you can go up here to create a design. You're going to click on create a design. You're going to come in. YouTube thumbnail works good because it's a nice big picture that's going to be square. And so when you send it, it's a regular photo. So that's a way you can do it. Now, what we can do is if you don't have I will even do an address so that way you can see the address. So we'll do a house in Hebron, Kentucky, because they are a little bit more expensive. And so I'm going to go to maps, and we're going to look at where we can do a house out here in Hebron, which is where the airport is. So we'll scroll down in here. We want to go, let's see, we want to go out here where there's some more money. This is the Thornwild. These are some bigger houses right in here. So we'll look at treetops. We'll go to layers so that way I can see what the house looks like. We'll scroll into here and we will pick that house right there. right? Let's look at that house right there. Let's zoom in on it. Bam. That's the house we're going to pick. I'm going to scroll here so I get a better angle. I'm going to sit there, do it like so. I'm going to go Control 4. I'm going to take a picture, and you're going to do the exact same thing. Now, obviously, this ain't the greatest house because it's got overgrown bushes and, right, this is probably not my customer when I pull up. When you got overgrown bushes and you can tell the yard isn't been mowed, it's been mowed by themselves versus a company mowing it. They don't have it fertilized. This is probably not your customer for a Christmas light customer. So these are some things that you can take away real fast to see, hey, look, this is probably not a Christmas light customer. So from there, we're going to go up here to create our design. We're going to click on here. Nope, I don't want that. We're going to click on here, and this is our screenshot. Bring our screenshot over, and this is how we can measure this photo. We can put lights on. Again, I'm going to do all of this without real simple, right? I'm going to make this simple so you all can know how simple this is to how to measure it and how to put lights and design on for free. So if you don't have nothing, this is a way that you can do this for free. So the very first thing is if we need to measure it, right? How long is this house? How big is this house? What is this house we're looking at? So the first thing you can do is go up here to Elements, and you can type in tape measure, and I already got a tape measure right here. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to make this smaller. Whoop, not that small. And then I'm going to turn it on its head right here because I know this door right here, this door is 3 feet by 7 feet. So I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to shorten this up. So that's my 7 feet. Right there, 7 feet. So that tells me that I have 7 feet right there. So then what I can do is I can straighten this back up, and I can bring this over here, and I can say 7 foot, and then move it over is 14, 21, 24, and then I'm going to move it up here, and I'm going to go 7 feet, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, say 50 feet here. That's just kind of a guesstimate, 50 feet. And then I need to get this side here. So that's 14 feet. So that's 14. This is 50 feet. Plus this here is, what do we say this is? So 750. So that's say 65 feet, 60 or 14. 21, we'll say 24. So 65 and 24 is 90. So we'll say 90 feet. I would probably just go 100. So that way I know, or just keep it at that. I can sit here and I'm going to turn this sideways because I want to see how big these are. And these are looking to be half of that. So that would be, say 4 feet, so that's 8, and I got so that would be 98, 106, and 106, 114. So we'll say 120 feet, right? So this is literally how I measured this house with nothing, right? I go off known objects and I do it. If this was a garage door, I could put that ruler as a garage door, and I'm going to do the exact same thing all the way across this. This is how you measure a house. Do you want to measure my house? I don't care. I can. But this is how you can measure. And it's real simple. It's real easy. Add 10% to it. So then that way, if I was at 120 feet, I'm going to add another 12 feet to it. So I'm at 130 feet, 132 feet, 140 feet, whatever it might be. And now I'm got my feet for my house, right? So a real simple way of doing this. It's not hard. A lot of times you can even take a ruler, a regular ruler that you hold up and you just hold up to the picture, and take that ruler when you're holding up to the picture and literally do the exact same thing in my hand. And that's how I used to do it. Once you get good at this, a lot of times you can eyeball it and you can do it. When I did this a bunch, I could get to really close 9 times out of 10 within 5 feet. just by eyeballing it, being like, and usually I would go off known. So on this house here, I know this was probably, I would have been wrong. I would have said this was probably 20 feet. I would have figured out how long this is, and then I would have been 20, 40, 60, 80, right? And I would have used the bigger number to get that. And so that's a way you can do it. So this guy here is wanting me to measure his house. If I can pull it up here. So we'll pull it in here. And that was, let's see here. So that way we can get a house that he sees 40, 55, 57, 12 back in. So back in Falls, Waco, Texas. Again, here's his house. Oh, this is even an easier house. I mean, it's got a little bit more, but it's even an easier house here. So I can look at it. This one's going to be a little bit hard because we got driveways and we got cars in the driveway. So again, I can go Control 4 on a Mac. I'm going to make the picture a little bit bigger so that way I can cut it out. That's one thing I do so that way I can cut it out. Again, I can delete that picture. I will come back over here and I will upload that picture. And this is another way that we can upload the picture. So come here and then I'm going to take that screenshot, bring it in here, make the photo big as my thing here. And this is how we can measure houses. So this is a little bit easier house. I'm going to put this to position to the back so that way I can get my little ruler back. So now I can take my little ruler here, and I know this garage door is 16 feet. So I'm going to sit there and turn it. And then I'm going to open this up to 16 feet. And then this way I can say, hey, this is 16 feet right here. And now I can go 16 feet, get it in here. Bam. All right, so that's 16. So I can sit here and I can move this across that way. I can say that's probably, because I already know that's a garage door. That's 8 plus 2, so that's 10. And then 16, 32, 32, and plus another 16, right? And then I can sit there and do this all the way across the way I do this here. And I don't know why this is being stupid and doing that. But this is a way that I can go across here and I can come all the way across here and do this here. And then what I can do once I measure it, I can come up here, I can do an element, and I can do a light bulbs maybe. Light bulbs. And I'm literally doing this in real time. Oh, if I can spell. And then my computer's being stupid. Light bulbs. So actually I probably won't be able to do the light bulbs. I might be able to, but what another thing I can do is I can come in here and do the dotted lines, put the dotted lines on there. I can make the color, I can thicken them up here. So I want to be here, rounded in point, and I can go here with a bigger line, like this. I can make them come here, and there's a way that I can make the color of them. I can make the color of them a yellow color, and now I can sit there and I can pull this up here, and I can put this all the way across here like so, and make this longer. I can actually make this one all the way across here, which would be fine. Bam. There's that. And then if I want to do another one, I can just copy that one. And then I can come here and bring this back down. Right there. Right. And then I can make a mock-up. Right. This is a mock-up of how I can do this. So that way you can make a quick mock-up. I can do this one here because it's going to be the same for there. I can do another mock-up right here. I can spin this. So it'll be like so. So that one goes here. Now, so some people ask, how do I make a mock-up? Well, I just showed you how to make a mock-up. Really easy, really fast. And it doesn't cost you anything except a little bit of time. So I showed you how to make a mock-up. I showed you how to figure it out, and I showed you how to price it, right? That's me in my truck. So that's one way. Another way is there's another tool. You can use the holiday home here. This will actually also measure the house too. So you can come in here. We can add a photo. I will actually upload a photo, maybe upload a photo. I can select the file. I'm going to put it in here. Bam, select the file. And then once I select the file, I can put it in my little thing here. If maybe I'll add image. And now this image here, it automatically do it. So I know the garage door is 16 feet. So the first thing is I'm going to put 16 feet, add the design. We're going to put the little block here, and then we'll measure 16 feet. That's 16 feet. And then we will hit the save button. And then I'm going to put Texas, because this guy's in Texas, Waco, Texas. That ain't how you spell Texas. Texas, and we can put their address in it. And now we can go up here and we can select our lights. We're going to do C9s. We're going to do 15-inch spacing. We're going to do yellow. We'll do that there, apply to draw. And I can come here and go bam, bam, or bam. And then I can go bam. Actually, I don't want to do that one. I want to backspace that one out. Add a photo. Upload and move. I'm going to move that one. I want to delete that one. I wonder if I can delete it there. And then I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to go to selection. I'll keep my 15. Point there, point there, point there. Come all the way down here. Now, I know there's a setback in there, so I will need to add it there. Go back up here to point selection, apply and draw. Go here, go there, go up here. Go here, come down, cut across, go up, go down, come back. And I can do this, and then I can come up here and I can hit the save button, and then I can go up here to reports, quick estimate, and now it tells me that we're at 80, we're at 105 feet, just that right there. So 105 feet, it gives me at 15/8 spacing, I'm at $947, right? And I'm not even done with the house. So that's something that you can do. Some other cool things about this software is we can turn it down, right? We can say, hey, this is what it's going to look like at night. So it gives you a little bit more. And so this here, all of these little things are what's going to set you apart, right? These are the little things that will set you apart, that gives you a professional looking bid that can make the magic happen more, because this is what it's actually going to look like. This is, if you do a good enough mock-up, it will look like what your house is going to look like. So this is a way to do it. And then there is one more if you want to use Tinsel CRM. A lot of people ask about what is a good CRM. Tinsel, I know some people use it. If you use the discount code LIGHTSIO23, it'll give you your first month free, and it's only $79 a month instead of $89 a month. So you might want to use that discount, and even if you get it for 1 month for free, you can get all the way till November 18th. So that's something you can do. You can do the projects. You can also do mock-ups with it, so that way it will be in the estimate as it goes out. And so that's another thing that you can do for your mock-ups. Again, this is something that you have to make yourself look, set yourself apart. If you want to be the $4, it's Lights IO. I'll put it in here. Lights, maybe I'll put it in here. Lights IO 23, I believe it is. Right there, and now it'll give you the first month free. But yes, so Tinsel is another one. You can also, for the holiday home there, you can use the discount code Jason1023, I believe it is, and that will get you 5% off of that one. But these are just different ways. Some cost, some doesn't. Again, you can try, see what you want. With Tinsel, you can put the inventory in here. The number one thing that you'll find out can be hard for inventory. It's got the time clock in it, so you can say how long it's taking you per job, how long your guys are taking per job. So it'll send the invoice, so you can hook up your credit card to it. So that way, when your credit card, that's how they can pay. And so this is just another way that you can do this. So it gives you a lot of information. It gives you how many bids you give out, how many you didn't give out. So it can be a lot of different information for you for your Christmas light business. So just some things. I know I've given you a bunch of information here, but it is what it is. So that's what I want to do, is how can I help you grow your business, right? Because growing your business is the most important thing that you can do. Because otherwise, if you don't grow your business, then what are you doing then? So that's why you want to do that. So with that said, I will come up here, and if you got any questions on quoting, let me know. I think I pretty much hit everything on quoting. It's that simple. Just remember, when you get busy and the phone calls come in, don't try to quote every job. Not every customer is your customer. I promise you that not every customer is your customers. You will find people that are going to door knock, and when they're going to price quote, and they're going to try to see what the price shoppers are. And when you give them the spiel of this is why you want to pre-qualify people is, hey, our packages start at $1,000 and our average ticket is $2,000, or our average ticket is $1,500, or maybe you don't even say that. Just say, hey, our packages start at $1,000. This is an all-inclusive package. We do everything. It's a red carpet package. Would you like me to give you a detailed quote? And you're going to get one of two responses. It's going to get real quiet, and when it gets real quiet, just shut up. Don't say a word. Let them think about it, and they're going to say, okay, yes. If otherwise it'll be a real fast, hell no, are you crazy? There's no way I'd pay that much for Christmas lights. And that's all you have to do. And you can be like, awesome, thank you. And usually you don't even have to say that, because they're going to hang up on you. They will slam down the phone on you pretty daggone hard and fast if it's not right. And so that's why you need to pre-qualify these customers, because even if this takes you 10 minutes and you do 6, that's an hour of straight doing this. You probably can get this down to about 7-8 minutes, but it's going to take a little bit of time. I mean, when you're not knowing what you're doing and you're kind of going at it, it's not easy to be able to get these quotes out fast, right? This is something that takes time, and you want to make sure that you're giving a good quote. You want to make sure that you're being thorough. You want to make sure you're not forgetting anything. You want to quote everything, right? You're going to quote 2 reefs, or however they are here, this side, right? You're going to quote 2 reefs. You're going to quote the column over here. You're going to quote everything here. You're going to quote the little piece up here they forgot. You're going to put the lights down on the ground as the ground lights. You're going to give them all the options, because if you don't give them an option, you want to build $3,000 packages. You want to build $4,000 packages. So that way, if their budget is $1,200 or $1,500, yes, you can give them a $1,500 package, but you want to also give them the $4,000 magical package, right? You want to give them the, oh my gosh, my house is going to look amazing package, because that's the package that you want to sell. If you don't give that package, no, they're not going to buy it, because then who's going to buy that package if you don't offer it? And so this is why it is important that you offer everything that you can to do this, right? This is why I'm going to put on my pictures and on my mock-up to make this house look magical. And, like I've said, I have a guy that is going to do probably $700,000 his second year, or get real close to it. And the holiday home concept is his number one thing that helps him get big jobs, because it makes the houses look amazing, right? it already gives the magic before they ever get the look of the magic. And so start selling magic and quit selling the bulbs, because bulbs don't mean crap. If you want to sell bulbs, you're going to hit on about 17% of the people. And them are type C personalities. That's the type of personality you're going to hit. And it's worth 17. It ain't even worth 17. It's only worth, I believe it's like 11%. So you're going to hit on 11% type personality for that. You know, the type S type personality is 69% of the people out there. And you know what? They're not task oriented. They don't care about all the bulb and stuff. They're people oriented. That's what they care is about people. And when you care about people and you give people what they want, they'll give you what you want. Right? And that's why it is so freaking important that you do this. That's why it's important that we don't sell the bulb. And I know this is hard to get in people's head and for you to believe, but go and believe it. I promise you. Right? You put someone on the phone and you talking about the magic. You talking about how awesome things are. And you're talking about someone driving me nuts over here on Facebook, and people are messaging me, and that's why it's doing that. But that's what you need to do. That's why you can be successful. That's how you can grow your business. 700,000 in year 2. What am I doing wrong? Well, he did 240,000 year 1. So that's why he's able to shoot for big numbers. What's he doing? He's doing a lot of everything. Right? He's got the labor force. He's got lots of marketing going on. He will probably, if he hits that number, he will spend probably $70,000-$80,000 in marketing, maybe even close to $100,000 in marketing. But if you want to hit big numbers, you got to spend money in marketing. If you're not willing to spend 10% in marketing, you're not going to hit big numbers. If you're not willing to spend if you want to make $500,000, you better be willing to spend $50,000 in marketing. $50,000 to $60,000 in marketing, because leads are not cheap for Christmas lights, right? A job in Christmas lights is not cheap. You're going to pay $150 to $200 per customer to get a Christmas light job. That's why you want your jobs to be at $2,500 average tickets, so that way you're at the and you can pay $250 a lead or a job if you have an average ticket of $2,500, right? That's why you got to pay that much to get that. So if you want to I want to get started today, well, watch a lot of my videos, or you can go join christmaslights.io. I have all the steps in there of how to do it. I got a bunch of marketing in there and how to do it. I've got most of the 25 steps to install fast, because I will have them done before this weekend. I meant to work on them today, but got caught on something else, and so that's why I'm at. I've given 9 professional estimates with mock-ups the last couple of weeks with no bites. Hopefully get one this week. Again, you got to, and I understand it's hard, but our close rate's 1 out of 10. And so what I usually say is you should get 1 next time. Or sometimes you got to give 20 to be able to get to 2. Maybe 18 and 19 is that 10%. We only got a 10-15% close rate. So it's not high. It's not like you're getting every other quote you get out. And so make sure that you're pre-qualifying them. Make sure that you're giving them all that they want to be able to get that. All right. I'm going to scroll back up here because you all did ask some questions. If you got more questions, don't hesitate to ask. Doing great. Starting to get calls first year. I currently run a roofing business. Oh, yeah, I already answered that one. Yard signs work. They do work even in competitive areas. Signs. Pricing is easy, it seems. My issue is the mock-ups taking me forever. And I hit on what CRM. What's up, Jason? We already hit $100,000 for the year. And he came to one of my in-person classes, what was it, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? I think it was 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. But taking action, making things happen. Mindset is everything. And this is true, man. If you don't believe you're worth that much money, if you don't believe you're worth the $3,000 to go do like Christmas lights, you will never get it. I will promise you that. You will never get it if you don't believe it. Who made my sweatshirt? Total 360, I believe it is, or something like that. Or door knockers or flyers better? I would say probably neither. Because you got to find the right neighborhoods that actually want it, and not everybody in the neighborhood wants it. Tons of customers are calling me, telling me their cheap guy went out of business. And this is what happens when you're cheap. Because when you're cheap, you can't be in business, and you are not going to give them good quality service year after year. And that is a benefit that you can give people, right? Hey, we pay our guys more than a poverty level, right? We pay our guys $25-$30 an hour. We give our guys bonuses. We take care of our employees. You can't take care of your employees when you're cheap. For a large $10,000 job, have you ever done a mock-up for them to see? Any pointers? Yep, you just take your time. $10,000 ain't that big either, just so you know. $10,000 goes pretty quick. That's right. I want to make the money. I want to be in business next year. I thought I was expensive at $9 a foot, but I was just told I was half of other companies. You know what that means? You can raise your prices, baby. Raise them prices. Big job came in today. Higher we grow. That's right. We love that. Big jobs, we love them. Do you hang lights on just the front of the front or the whole house? Depends on what they want. At $10 to $12 a foot, our clients are getting a deal. Absolutely, 100%. Our website has been Wix. The beginning works fine. Appreciate you. Is that a deal? That's your normal price. What's your normal pricing? Do you want to measure my house? I already did. That is our average pricing, but it's a deal for what we do. Is a digital billboard worth doing Christmas lights? I currently do yard signs. It seems to be doing well. I would say put your more money in yard signs than a digital billboard would be mine. You can, but I don't. I've done billboards. I know other people's done billboards, and most of them barely break even if you're lucky. Another good tool is the county assessor site. They usually have the measurements of your house depending on where you live. Yes, that is true. Sometimes not always true, but depends on where you live at. That's me in my truck. I missed the start. I rewatched. Thank you for doing this. Yeah, lights.io is the code for the that. How do you do this on Canva? I just showed you how. What's your payment options? I personally, this is a good question. I personally like taking credit card on file. So that way I can get full payment after the end of the job and not be chasing money. Yes, you can save 3% by taking a check or cash, but when you chase money and you got to go to the house 3 times to pick it up, did you really save 3% at that point? So those are some things to think about. Or your employee takes the money, or it just so happens disappears. Now what do you do? What hack missed the peak bulb on the house behind you? I know he is a hack. It's probably Donovan saying that. He not only missed the peak bulb, he even missed this whole piece up here. I want Jason's huge magical package. I don't even know who this is, and I don't want to know who this is. $700,000 in year 2. What am I doing wrong? Do you need insurance first year? I would highly suggest insurance. I would highly suggest general liability insurance for sure. I want to get started today. Well, have you gotten to do it then? Don't want to do it. Go buy your 100 yard signs right now at moneybushes.com. Go buy them, and that's how you start. Put a phone number, put a large phone number, and a Christmas light installers. Hi, Jason. Our 2 or 3 agreement, do you offer it during quoting or after takedown? I forgot to ask at the training. We enjoyed the training last weekend, by the way. Usually that's going to be a line item. If you The way I did it is hey, this is line item B, line item B, C, line item D is if you do the 3-year agreement, then I'll knock off a percentage. When responding to online ads, do you just get their address and send them a quote directly online or text or email? So I'm going to find out what they want, and if I'm also going to pre-qualify them, because if they give me their address and I get everybody's address and I'm giving them all quotes, then I'll be giving out a lot of quotes to people telling me, hell no, because you're way too high. Who are you using for yard signs? Moneybushes.com. Looking great, Jason. Sent out a mass text to 470 previous clients today and booked up for 3 weeks or so in exterior cleaning. Follow up. And here's the thing, follow up is the most important thing you can do. Follow up, right? And it doesn't matter if we're talking about exterior cleaning, window cleaning, gutter cleaning, Christmas lights. You got to follow up, man. And that 470 texts for that probably cost him $10. So it's important that you follow up. Do I need an LLC, branding, and website? Starting out, you don't need an LLC. I would recommend an LLC. You don't need branding. You don't need a website. But those things can help you, but it's not like you got to have them to make money. I've got a guy right now out of Virginia that he started. He don't have a website. He's already at $50,000 his very first year. He hadn't even installed lights yet. He installed them on his house, and that's it. So don't let something hold you back. Was he using Canva? Yes. The first this video, I was using Canva. I'd put the flyers in a really nice neighborhoods. Startup cost to start from scratch, including Facebook ad budget. I mean, you can start up with $0. If you have $500, I'd put them in yard signs. Go put those yard signs out. I think $600 will get you 200 yard signs. Go put those yard signs out and close your jobs. Get the deposit. Go buy your materials. Go buy your safety equipment, because you'll be about $2,000 in safety equipment. It'll cost you about $2,000 in safety equipment if you don't have a ladder, because you need a ladder. I'd get some cougar paws. I'd get a pit chopper. I'd probably get a goat. That way you can do all that. When running Facebook ads, what questions do you ask to pre-qualify? I don't ask too many questions because I want to get the lead. And then once I get that, I'm going to ask, what is your budget of, right? This is you can send a text saying, hey, this is our package that started at this. Does this interest you or not? I can give you a detail. Yelp advertising, no, it is not worth it. What's the best way to advertise? It depends. Best way to advertise is being consistent, relentless, and prolific, right? Find a way to do it and be a killer at it. You can do it Facebook groups, you can do Facebook ads, you can do Google My Business, you can do yard signs, you can do networking, word of mouth. All of these are ways to get business. There is no one perfect way to get business. Also, just wanted to say thank you for doing these videos and answering questions. We got Mr. John here. How are you doing? Hi, C here. But yes, so that is this weekend. We also had 2 high C's. One was he was an old IRS agent at one time, and then the other guy, Michael was from California, and he actually used to work for Apple and worked under Steve Jobs, which is pretty cool to be able to say that. But yeah, so we had people come all over the country to this weekend's training. This past weekend, it was an awesome training. I'm off the chart high C. Yeah, I'm sure he was too. It's definitely a high C. He was asking a lot of the same questions you would ask. But yes. So, with that, if you're looking for a website, if you want a website and you want all the training, it comes with both. You can go to christmaslights.io. If you're looking for a Facebook group, I know I've got people on YouTube. I do got people in Facebook here. If you go to christmaslights.io/group, I have my Facebook group. I'm very active in it. It's growing like crazy. So go check it out. And also just go check out christmaslights.io, and I've got a bunch of information on there. If you need the tools list, I've got all the tools, like every bit of tools you need, all of from your pitch hoppers to your goat to your vest, your cutters, all of that. If you need that list, you can go to christmaslights.io/tools and go check it out. I've got a lot of information in there. That way you can go check it out. What the percent you asked for the down payment, I always ask 50% to get on and I worded that as that if you give me 50% to get on the, to be able to get on the schedule. So that's how I did that. Just put out 20 signs, have gotten 2 calls so far. Well, that's awesome. Any experience dealing with snow? Yep, it's not fun. You either got to ladder it all at that point, or I might have used a goat on it. But it's very dangerous, so be careful. Don't fall off. It can be very dangerous. So that's what I will say about snow. Some of you people that get lots of snow, you won't be taken down right away. You may be taken down in February. That way you let some of the snow melt. If you're talking feet of snow, you might even take down in March once the snow starts melting. Most people take down in January, but if you got lots of snow and they're frozen, you're waiting usually till it warms up a little bit. And starts melting that snow. The goat and harness for snow, yeah, and that's people I know that they'll tie into the goat with the harness on there. It's not the best thing to do, but at least it's better than falling off the roof. The likelihood of falling off the roof will go down. So that's something that was there. Don't even give Yelp your phone number. They will blow you up. For sure. Now, I will say Yelp is a good citation for your website. So that's one thing I would say. They are going to call you and bug the crap out of you. But Yelp is a good citation for your business to put your name, address, and phone number there. So that's something that you can do for that. What percent you asked for down payment? Thanks. So with that, my question to you all is what is your all's goal for this year? I'd like to hear what your all's goal for 2023. How many jobs you want to do this year? How much do you want to do? And set a goal. Write it down. Set a goal and write it down. If you got it, write it down where you see it every day. This will help you get to your goal. If you don't write it down and set it, you won't get to that goal. And you'll probably blow that goal away by writing it down, setting it in front of you, and looking at it every day. Do you recommend getting into commercial buildings? If so, what's the best way to find the contact information for these businesses? Yeah, commercial is a really good business. Commercial pays a lot. It does take a lot of stuff to be able to get into commercial. You could do LinkedIn. You can do walking in and talking to people. But commercial, a lot of your cities are big jobs too that you can get into. So if you know any of the city managers or any of that kind of stuff, all those are ways that you can get into some big jobs and be able to get some big money to get coming. What clips for Spanish Mediterranean roofs with no gutters? If it's metal, you can do magnets. Otherwise, a lot of the clips will clip onto the tiles is the other way of getting them to do it. If you want to know if you need Christmas lights, you can go to christmaslights.io/L or lights, and it'll take you to the light page. First season doing lights, my goal is 20 installs. Write it down, put it on a piece of paper and do it. And you should be able to get 20 installs, no problem. If you put out a couple signs, you do different things, you should be able to get to your 20, no problem at all. But other than that, I was thinking about doing another in-person class. I've been asked a lot. If I did decide to do one, it would be probably the first weekend of November. If anybody would anybody be interested in that? It would probably be in the Cincinnati area. It would probably be on a Sunday, Monday, maybe just a Sunday, maybe just a Sunday, Monday. I don't know. I might do a discount at one, so that way people that just want to come for the Christmas lights and don't want to do the marketing, that might be one. But we'll find out here. Again, also the Facebook groups. Go check out the Facebook group. You can go check it out at christmaslights.io/group, and it'll take you to the Facebook group. But other than that, I don't see many questions coming through anymore. We have lots of flat tile roofs. What kind of clips do we use for this tile? Just the regular clip. They'll slide right over that tile, and they'll stick up, and you'll be fine. Do it. Worth the in-person training. Well, thank you. I try to give everything I can for the in-person training. I know we give lots of value. We got lots of good feedback. So it is pretty awesome to see you all be successful out there. So other than that, that's about all I have for today. I will be back on tonight on my pressure washing channel, but other than that, I hope you all have a great night and a great weekend. And the leaves are starting to change. So if you do gutter cleaning, you will be doing gutter cleaning too. So other than that, I hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you all later.